Welcome to Unlocking Levels, helping you reach new levels in your potential. What's good, y'all? It's your boy CL The Source. Thank you once again for tapping into another episode of Unlocking Levels. Before we get started here, I just want to send a whole lot of love and prayers and healing energy out towards anybody that's going through what's going on in California right now in the Palisades with the big fire. I'm not too informed about what's going on in terms of like how it started and all of this stuff, but I understand that it's a devastating fire that California is going through, specifically the Palisades in Los Angeles, California. And as somebody who's lived there before for about 6 years, I'm very familiar with the area. So I just want to send a lot of love, a lot of healing energy, a lot of prayers out to anybody that's going through it directly over there. And collectively, as a native Californian, San Francisco resident, we're all collectively going through it with y'all. I'm seeing some stuff on social media that's very heartbreaking, to say the very least. Just want to send a whole lot of love. With that being said, I wanted to also just tap in with everybody. In the beginning of 2025, we're well into 1 week to begin the new year. And obviously something as catastrophic and devastating as that wildfire is not a great way to start off 2025. So I'm sure there's a lot of mixed emotions. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of frustration. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of grief. I just want to help sort that stuff out for people. Again, use my energy to try to send some healing energy out there. There's a lot of confusion. I'm seeing some stuff online about people just pointing the blame, trying to find out who's to blame and getting into arguments. But let's stay focused and let's remember what's really at stake here. There's people's lives at stake. People, their pets, their family, their loved ones. People are losing things that are valuable to them. It's just a really tough thing to go through. So let's continue to use our energy in the right way. You know what I'm saying? I understand the frustration and things of that nature, but come on, man. Let's get it together, man. Let's be human and try to get through this together. As of right now, I'm praying that they get this fire under control. As far as 2025 goes, if you've been following this channel, you know that I made a commitment before the new year started. I've been somebody that's been committed to the work for some time now. I've been understanding much more recently what the power of consistency is in terms of what it is that I want to do in my life and how serious I am about my goals, how serious I am about the vision for my life. You have to swallow a really hard pill sometimes. You really have to take a look at yourself and assess your situation and be truthful with your situation. If you're really not satisfied or happy, or you're actually really pissed off about your situation in its entirety, and you're like, damn, man, I can't be doing this forever. Like, something's got to change. I'm sure that many of you guys have heard the quote saying, if nothing changes, nothing's going to change, something along those lines. So, we got to definitely look at ourselves and figure out what it is that we can change about ourselves in order for our situations to change. Now, for me personally, I've looked at my situation as a whole, right? I'm always open to changing things. I'm always open to the change that life brings because it's inevitable. But overall, I just try to adapt to change. I try to flow with that change. It's the mentality that I've created for myself, and you can do it too. You absolutely can. The mentality you have right now, the mindset that you have, the perspective you have right now doesn't have to be something that you have to have forever. It could change. It could change because you choose for it to change. You can choose the way you look at things. You could choose the mindset that you choose to craft for yourself. It's going to start, first of all, understanding that you can change, you believing you can change, you making the decision to change. And when you do make that decision to change, are you going to be able to withstand the changes that come along with that? That's going to be the test. That's going to be the hard part, right? When you do decide to change your mind about things, you're going to be hit with a lot of different things you aren't used to. Now, do you trust yourself to navigate through those different things that you choose to kind of put yourself in? It's going to depend a whole lot on the mindset, understanding that you can navigate through this. You have to develop that trust and that confidence in yourself that no matter what you go through in life, you can navigate through that. Everything you've experienced in your life so far can help you. Your past can be your teacher. Your experiences that you live in the present moment can be your teacher going forward, but you have to be open to it. To keep it real with you, all life has changed. Things are changing all the time. And this experience isn't supposed to be one way or the other. It just is. And I think once I've understood that truth about life, it's helped me a whole lot more adapt to that change. There's certain things that are going to be outside of our control. We can't really do certain things about what happens in life, but we can always adapt ourselves. We can always change ourselves. Now, am I saying that's going to be an easy thing? No, not by any stretch of the imagination, but it can be done. And with intentional work every single day that you put into yourself, all of it is entirely possible. I firmly believe that. I've seen results play out in my life. I continue to see results play out in my life. And I'm going to continue to see results play out in my life because I'm adapting myself. I'm creating this mindset, right? You got to learn how to create that mindset for yourself, because if you don't, you're going to just continue to be a victim of whatever happens to you in this life. In general, life ain't easy. You're going to go through some struggles, but what you can always do is choose how you respond to situations, how you're going to look at things, right? That's something that you always have some sort semblance of control over. As part of human nature, I think that we react to certain things naturally, but again, with that deep intentional work, you actually have the ability to start to craft a different way of thinking. And it's not always easy. Like I said, man, I'm going to keep saying that because it's not easy. But I will tell you, it's worth it, because that work, it takes you to enhance quality of life. It really does. Again, kind of going back to that check-in of how 2025 is going. If you've been committed to this work, if you decided that you're going to use the energy of and the spirit of the new year to better yourself, to follow through on all your goals, to create a better life for yourself, I commend you. I salute you. And I wish you well. Life is a beautiful struggle. What do I mean by that? Life is a beautiful struggle. Think about it. Life is a struggle because there's so many different things that you're going to have to endure over the course of your lifetime. You're going to encounter pain. You're going to encounter heartbreak. You're going to suffer. You're going to feel a bunch of different things that are not the most pleasurable. But on the flip side, life is so intricate, so exciting, so new every single day, even though sometimes it feels like it's mundane. I think that life is a beautiful struggle because it's the ultimate paradox, right? It is a struggle, but it's beautiful at the same time. We're lucky to be alive. Think about it from the perspective of what the alternative is. Would you rather be conscious or unconscious and just not even exist at all? For me, I'm going to choose being conscious all day, every day, because I don't even know what the alternative is. But what I do understand about this human experience is that we're all eventually going to reach the end of the road. We have an expiration date. And what are you going to do with that time in between you being born and the time that you eventually perish in this physical form? Are you going to do the things that you say you want to do, that you do want to do? Or are you going to be beholden to the opinions of other people? Are you going to be a prisoner of what somebody else might have to say about you negatively? Me, I'm working on this thing every single day about not really giving a damn about what people think about me no more, but more so thinking about myself in a higher way, understanding myself and what I'm capable of and what I have to give before my time is ultimately up. You know what I'm saying? What I could do with my life to serve and inspire other people and being a shining example of how to live enhanced quality of life, because I've been through a lot of different things. We all have. This life offers unique experiences to all of us, right? And I've been through a lot. If you've known me in the past, you know a completely different version of who you see currently before you. There's a lot to me that may feel the same, but my perspective is entirely different. The way I live my life is entirely different. There's certain things that I've kept with me that have served me, that continue to serve me, that I will always keep as a part of me. But there's certain things that I have learned to let go of. There's certain things that I've understood are actually hindering my progress and my growth. And it's actually downgrading the quality of my experience of life. So I had to let those things go. Again, this only happens when you're able to kind of look at yourself and tell the truth to yourself when you met yourself at that deepest point and understand where you're deficient at, understand some of the things that are holding you back from experiencing life in this richer and fuller way. You guys have heard me talk about it in the past, some of the great things that I've been able to experience in my life since really kind of waking up to this understanding of life and really adapting to the changes and just learning how to flow with life. It's really enhanced the quality of my life overall. And I could sit here all day and talk about some of the great experiences, the epiphanies that I've had, the revelations that I've had, the profound insights that I've come to. But overall, I just want to say that you can do this for yourself too. And you don't even need some sort of outside stimulant to get to this place mentally. It just takes a lot of deep internal work. And sometimes you're going to have to disconnect from a lot of things that you become familiar with in order to kind of arrive at this point. But I promise you, it's very well worth it. So if you're on this path right now, using that energy of the new year to completely transform yourself into the highest version of yourself, I encourage you to keep going. It's early in the new year. I know that you may be going through a lot of different discomforts and pains, but stick with it. I promise you, it gets better and better and better. Practice that discipline, stay focused, stay locked in, keep doing what you got to do because things will improve for you. Man, once you realize you're truly capable of whatever you put your mind to in this life, that's where the game really gets fun. Once you figure out what it is your purpose is, what you want to commit yourself to, that's where this game really, really gets fun. And when we can really start to unlock levels in our potential. So with that being said, man, I hope that you found some value in what I had to say today. And I hope that more than anything, you see that you're fully capable of living the life that you envision for yourself, just the way that I see it for myself. And I'm committed to this path, and I hope you stay committed to your path as well. Thank you again for being a part of my journey. Thank you for following the work, and thank you for all the support. If you haven't already followed this channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit like, share this with as many people as you can, because I'm just trying to connect and serve as many people as I can while I'm continuing to elevate myself on my journey. Sending a lot of love and prayers and good energy out to everybody that needs it most right now. And salute to all the people that are out there helping the situation. Salute to all the people that are out there risking their lives. Shout out to the firemen and women out there that are doing their thing to try to corral this fire, to try to quell the fire. It's a really difficult thing to be going through right now. So sending a lot of love and prayers and healing energy out there, y'all. Thank you again for tapping into Unlocking Levels. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.